In 2027, Ford will enter the FIA World Endurance Championships hypercar class with a new prototype and compete for the overall win in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in a full factory-backed program. Between 1966 and 1969, Ford secured 4 consecutive overall victories at Le Mans. Since those days, Ford have mostly focused on racing for class victories with the Ford GT and the Ford Mustang GT3 in recent years. Interestingly enough, Ford didn't mention anything about racing its new prototype in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. According to Marshall Pruitt from Racer.com, IMSA representatives attended Ford's announcement and believed that the Ford LMDH prototype will compete in IMSA's GTP class in 2028 or 2029. The graphic courtesy there of Ford Performance. Kobe, starting with you on this one. Are you excited about the return of the Ford versus Ferrari rivalry at Le Mans? And do you find it hard to believe that Ford would return to prototype racing without competing in IMSA first?
Yeah, Josh, this has been rumored for a while, hasn't it? About Ford potentially coming back to prototype racing, then McLaren as well. No, Zach Brown is probably a few months away from making a decision. We're probably going to know something about a potential McLaren prototype program by the time we get to Le Mans later this summer in June. But yeah, it's so exciting that Ford is going to be coming back with a full factory back program to take on the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2027. I think it's going to be very exciting, assuming that they're still going to be there in 2027, the battle between Cadillac and Ford, for us American sports car racing viewers. And then if you've seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari, I'm sure you're very excited to see this rivalry start back up again after so many years. Yeah. If you're racing in GTs and that Ford Mustang GT3 beating the Ferrari, that's a great thing. But there's nothing like going for the win, going for the overall win at Circuit de la Sarre. So to see the Ford prototype come online, assuming they of course is gonna still be running the factory Ferrari prototype, it's gonna be so much fun seeing Ford versus Ferrari again. I think it's gonna be super exciting to see this battle. And in regards to them not mentioning them at all in the press release, that was very interesting. I didn't expect that at all, but yeah, I agree. It would be really surprising for Ford to decide to take on the World Endurance Championship and the 24 Hours of Le Mans with that in IMSA program. Ford, major American manufacturer, not racing in America in IMSA, that just doesn't make a lot of sense. So although it wasn't mentioned in this announcement, yeah, Marshall Pruitt's credible reporter, so I tend to believe him here when he reports that Ford will probably come in a year or two later to the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, and I think it's a great announcement all around.
That's how excited I am. It's up on the wall already. Can't wait for this. Let me just sit back down. Sorry, make everyone seasick. Yes, very excited about this. As you say, Kobe, we knew this was kind of coming for a little while. Just more manufacturers to sports car racing. It's just excellent, isn't it? We're going to talk about another one shortly. All of this new stuff that's happened in the last couple of years, Ferrari, Porsche coming back, Audi were coming in, now they're not, Aston Martin coming, we're going to talk about Ford, Lamborghini, Cadillac. It's just the rise of sports car racing, and Le Mans and the World Endurance Championship over this last little period has been sensational. And of course, that you have to tie IMSA into that as well. And we saw what a terrific race we saw at Daytona, of course, last week to kick off their season. So very, very exciting stuff. I'm interested to see what they do with IMSA. Maybe we'll get an announcement down the road. Of course, we've got plenty of time for all this to shake out in the wash. Or maybe we'll have like the works cars in the World Championship and some very highly strung customer team in IMSA, like a Multimatic running the Ford program for Ford, even Ford colours, but not really a proper factory team. Add Genesis to that list as well, which we talked about just before Christmas coming in the next couple of years, the Hyundai brand. So, massive time for sports car racing fans, which of course we all on this show are. Very, very exciting news indeed that the Blue Oval is back at Le Mans.
Absolutely can't wait to see this. When we saw it came up on the monitors, I was like, yes, 4v Ferrari again. But Hypercar is now looking fantastic, and so is WEC. They really are sort of taking the pinnacle of performance technology for road cars away from other series like Formula E and Formula One. Adam says, red versus blue, Ferrari versus Ford. The rivalry is back. Can't wait. And I'm certainly on that mix as well. Daniel says as well, definitely looking forward to Ford jumping in, and Kobe as well. So there you go. Always nice to have people shout out.